Going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully everybody is doing well. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Still fighting this cold, but excuse me. But it's all good. It's all good. God is good. Um and I'm well. I'm well enough to be able to talk to y'all and breathe and be able to move around and um I'm just thankful. So, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate you. What's going on, Milrow? What's good with you, brother? Shout out to you. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button when you come in. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, if you were feeling the vibes, hit the subscribe button. We're going to talk about Jordan Addison. We're going to talk about the Vikings. We're going to talk about this winter storm that's about to hit a lot of people. Usually I don't bring stuff up like this, but this is a big deal. I believe it's going to hit like 30 states, and it's going to be hopefully doesn't affect too many people, which we'll see what happens. Prayer is needed for I'm not sure where everybody lives. I live in Pennsylvania. I know what's going to hit us. They talking about like 2 feet of snow. They talking about ice. They talking about the electric being down. It's a whole bunch of craziness. You know what I mean? I went to the grocery store today, and like everybody's just going crazy, like getting everything. The aisles are just bare. It's so crazy right now. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Good evening, Mary. Good evening. My boy Smeagol in the building. Shout out to you. What's going on? Also, you're not wrong wanting to trade. Yes, when it comes to people, listen, people think that I'm like trying to be disrespectful when it comes to Jordan. By the way, everybody in the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Double tap the screen, hit the like button when you come in the building. People think that I'm being disrespectful, or people think that I'm being a little bit too harsh on Jordan Addison. It's not that I'm being harsh on Jordan Addison. You know what I mean? I'm not being harsh on Jordan Addison. What I'm trying to do is be proactive, because what you don't want, just because the state dropped the charges or whatever, what you don't want is fool me once, shamed on us. Fool me twice. Okay, that's pushing it. Now, if you fool us how many times? Now, I'm not saying he's going to get into something, but while the iron is hot, right? You got to trade him, because you got Buffalo needs a wide receiver. Who else needs a wide receiver? The 49ers need a wide receiver. There's so many teams that want a wide receiver, and Jordan Addison is really that good. So you might be able to get a first round pick. We have so many holes on this roster, and wide receiver is not the biggest hole. We have Justin Jefferson, which he's the best wide receiver in the game when everything's working out with the quarterback and the play calling. He's the best wide receiver in the game. If we didn't have Jordan Addison, if we didn't have Justin Jefferson, I would say keep Jordan Addison at all costs. But since we have Justin Jefferson, you can get rid of Jordan Addison. Get a second round pick or a first round pick. We need a center. We need a tackle, because Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw keep getting hurt. You need to replace that eventually. You need a linebacker, a middle linebacker. You need a corner. You need a safety. There's so many positions that we need on this team. So it's like, while everybody needs a wide receiver, I say do what you got to do and go get something for him. You're not, and on top of that, you're not going to pay him. You're not going to give him the bag. I don't think they will. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't believe the Vikings are going to give him a bag. Give him that bag. So if you're not going to give him the bag, you might as well trade him and get something for him while the iron is hot. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Prayers to everybody that's going to be dealing with this storm. Supposed to be starting on, I got the sniffles. My bad, y'all. I might sniff a couple of times. Can't really breathe through my nose right now, so I'm breathing through my mouth. But a lot of people are going to be going through this storm. Going to be going through some things with the storm. My biggest concern about this storm is the electric going out. The electric is my biggest concern. Some people have generators, some people don't got generators. So you got to think about everybody that don't have generators, that don't have transportation to get anywhere, that might be stuck. You know what I mean? So that is my biggest concern. And I'm gonna go back and forth between the weather and the storm and all that, but I'm prayers to everybody. And I seen Mary say prayers to everybody. So that's definitely we need to pray for everybody. Everybody that's going to be involved. I think it's the whole, was it the whole East Coast, or I know it's affecting like 30 states, and like I think 17 states is a weather emergency, or it's bad. 17 states declare state of emergency. So it's bad. I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, I went to like mom and pops like shops where like hardware shops, right? Mom and pops. And they were all out of salt. Everybody was out of salt. Everybody was out of salt, y'all. Everybody was out of salt. And everybody, when I tell you, when I was in the grocery store, I'm an introvert. So I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like being around a lot of people all like that, really. Yeah, like that much. It was so many people at the grocery store. Every aisle was pretty much bare. I went to the ice cream aisle. I'm like, I'm going to get some ice cream for my kids. All the ice cream was almost gone. All the bad ice cream was, like, all the nasty ice cream was left over. I said, oh my gosh, bro. Everybody got all the ice cream. Everybody got everything. It's crazy how like the survival mode kicks in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying to not be like that, like to get your stuff. You got to be proactive. But before it gets like that, I think people got to prepare, because you just never know when a storm can happen. You never know. You know what I mean? Anything can happen, a tornado, or earthquake, a winter storm. So it's good to be proactive. So hopefully everybody gets through this. Prayers to everybody. And if you didn't prepare before, I hope that you learned. So now you'll be better prepared for the next thing that happens, because there's going to be another storm. There's going to be some other things that's going to happen. So I say get you what's some things called? A solar generator. So a lot of people got gas generators, but get a solar generator, get a solar flashlight, just get everything. Lamps, candles, everything you can think of, like food that doesn't expire, just canned goods, everything. Because when I tell you I went to the grocery store, it felt like we was about to, like, I haven't been to a grocery store that packed. Because I usually go to the grocery store like when there's nobody there. I'm telling you, there was lines. There was so many lines. You was going to be in that grocery store for hours if you didn't get there first thing. And even when you get there first thing, there's lines outside the dang grocery store. It's crazy. It's crazy. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate everybody. How much snow we both, it ranges. It's saying like 2 feet of snow. They saying like an inch or whatever of ice and this and that and the third. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. No snow here. Oh, wow. No snow here. Just very cool. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to hit us hard. Green Bay needs a wide receiver. Hey, yeah, we'll give you Jordan Addison. If you give us a first round pick, we'll give Green Bay Jordan Addison. We just need a first round pick. If we trade with our rival, we need a first round pick. That's an automatic, bro. I need a first round pick. Respectfully. Happy Friday. What's going on, Daniel? No, it's time to move on from him. Believe we can make a good. Yes, Mary. Like, I'm not trying to come at Bull. I'm not trying to come at him, Mary. I just feel like you got to figure out what you can get. The iron is hot. Too many teams need a wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver. Make it happen. George says southern states are getting it worse because the amount of ice there. Yeah, I heard there's going to be like 3 inches of ice. 3 inches of ice is like this, right? 3 inches of ice is like this. So they're going to get the ice. They're going to get the snow. They're going to get everything. They're going to get a mixture. They're going to get the ice. That's crazy. What's so bad is, what I'm concerned about the ice is because when the ice can freeze up the lines, the power lines, and you know what's going to happen. The electric might go out. That's my issue. That's my biggest concern for everybody. Because if it's freezing rain or just ice all over the place, the lines is going. I don't know if the grid's going to be able to stay up. I don't know. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just being real with y'all. If it's ice and it's on the lines, the ice is going to bring the lines down, and it's eventually your electric's going to probably go out, probably. And I'm hoping it doesn't. That's my biggest concern. Like snow, it kind of bounces off the lines. You know what I mean? Usually the electric lines are not going to. Your electric might not go out with just snow, but when it's ice, it is stuck on the line, and it as it piles up, it's going to drag that line down, and anything can happen. So I'm thinking of like that. I'm thinking of like, I hope people don't travel. I hope people can figure out a way not to travel as much as they can. And this is the time, if you can stay home, to stay home. Stay home. Stay your butt home. I say that respectfully. I'm gonna say that one more time. Stay your butt home. Don't go nowhere unless you have to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be that bad. And I don't want, like, you got the superheroes, you got Superman and Superwoman wants to go out there and try to do something. Don't do that. Just stay your behind home and call it a freaking day. And let it play out. Listen to the news and be safe and be warm. Be safe and be warm. Stay your butts home. You know what I mean? But yeah, southern states, I know they're not used to the snow. Like, see, I'm from PA. We get snow over here, right? We get snow over here. We haven't had a storm like this, though, in a very long time. So my whole thing is this. As a big time, like, I don't want to say I'm like a prepper, but like, you got to be proactive, y'all. You got to be proactive. This is crazy. I haven't seen people, I went to Lowe's, I went to Home Depot. I never seen the parking lot so packed, bro. I never seen the parking lot so packed at hardware stores everywhere. Everybody's running around, pushing the carts. Everybody's speeding around, and it's like, man, like, I want to say relax, but I understand, because it's like a situation where you can't really tell someone how to react, because they life could be put potentially on the line, or someone in their family. You get where I'm going with it. So it's like, but it's just like, people gotta be proactive instead of reactive. Don't wait until a big storm happens and then, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. I messed up because I didn't even have salt. I ran out of salt from the last snow we had. I said, oh dang, I ain't get no salt. So that was my fault. I don't believe he has learned his actions from. Yes, listen, accountability. Right. I agree, Mary. Looks like it's crazy. It's crazy on the news. So many states. Yeah, I think it's like 30 states is going to affect, and like 17 states already said it's a state of emergency. So it's bad right now. What's going on, brother? Greetings from Uzbekistan. Shout out to you. If I jacked up your country's name, I don't mean that in no disrespect. Hello, I'm going to say, okay. Appreciate you. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Hit the like button, get the likes up, please. We got Grizz in the building. It said Joe Burrow in Minnesota. Let's get it. Bring them. Shout out to Break Forever. Losing power is so scary. Yes, New York, 8 inches. Okay, 14 degrees. Dang. Yeah. It's going vary state to state, and depending on what part of the state that you're in. Like, I know, like upstate New York's going to probably get a lot of snow, man. Upstate, like I'm talking about like Buffalo area. Like, yeah, that type of area, it's going to be a lot of snow. Possibly. But I don't really know, but it's just the upstate New York is just different. It's just a different type of animal there. But yeah, it's going to be shout out to Christopher Real in the building. I see you, Christopher Real. Shout out to you. But yeah, it's going to be prayers to everybody. And yeah, it's going to be it's real with the storm. Yes, the storm is ain't no joke. I hope people are not playing around. I hope people got what they needed, got food, got whatever they needed. Food, water, the essentials that you need to survive. That's all. You just get the essentials that you need to survive. And also just stay prayed up and be confident. You know what I mean? Prayed up and confident that you prepared good enough, and just do the best you can. If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, how would you Vikings fans feel? You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Like, I'm gonna feel real happy. I know some Viking fans don't want it to happen because it's just like, oh, we lost him and he won a Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you right now, and then some Viking fans might be like, oh, well, he didn't really do too much. It's his defense. It's this. It's that. Doesn't really matter if he won a Super Bowl. Even if he threw the ball 2 times and they won a Super Bowl, he still won a Super Bowl. And he's one of the biggest reasons why, because they wouldn't be where they're at if it wasn't for Sam Darnold. You take Sam Darnold off the Seahawks right now, they would not be the number 1 seed in the NFC conference. They would not be in the NFC championship game. And if they do win against the Rams, they definitely wouldn't be in the Super Bowl. You take Sam Darnold off that team, I say they're not going to be as good. Straight up. Because if they were that good, they would have been got to the NFC Championship game. If they were that good, they would have been won 14 games. But I think Sam Darnold's a big part. People be trying to make it seem like Sam has to be like Superman every single game. Whatever the game plan is, if they got to run the ball 50 times, then run the ball 50 times. If they got to sling that ball 50 times, then they're going to sling the ball 50 times. They got to just don't turn the ball over, and they have a good defense, and then they can – you just don't try to do too much. You know what I mean? And listen, if he wins the Super Bowl, I'll be happy, but I'll be disappointed, not about Sam. I'll be disappointed in like, dang, the Vikings really let one get away. You know what I mean? Like, we let a guy get away that could have potentially been our franchise quarterback. And I say that respectfully to J.J. McCarthy, but we had Sam Darnold in the building, and we won 14 games with Sam Darnold. So he goes to another team, wins 14 games, and gets a Super Bowl at that. That is going to be devastating, because now, like I said before, J.J. McCarthy is going to have all the pressure. If he is the quarterback in 2026, and I say if, because I don't know if Kevin O'Connell and Crazy is going to go into 2026 thinking he's going to be the starter. They're going to bring a competition in. They're going to bring some competition in. It depending on who he is. Say it's if it's Joe Burrow, ain't no competition. If it's say it's Justin Herbert, ain't no competition. If it's Mac Jones, there's competition. I know people talk about Kyler Murray. I'm not the biggest like, oh, let's go get Kyler Murray. He's a talented quarterback. He's a talented quarterback. My question is his leadership. Can he be a good leader? Can he be a good leader? Can Kyler Murray be a good leader? If he can be a good leader, and like people got to understand, Kyler Murray, and I'm not trying to hate on the Cardinals, but my whole thing is this. The Cardinals haven't had the best success, really, maybe since Larry Fitzgerald in his prime. That's the last time I really think that the Cardinals been good, right? When Larry Fitzgerald was in his prime. Other than that, bro, they haven't really had that much success, bro. So they've been on he's been with an organization like, I'm not saying the Cardinals are like the worst organization ever, but I feel like if Kyler Murray was to come into Minnesota, he would play pretty good with Justin Jefferson. That's just my opinion. Just like Sam Darnold, I underestimated how good the Vikings organization is as a whole, because before he came to the Vikings, he was considered a bust. I was like, oh, why we get Sam Darnold? He's not even that good. You know what I mean? I didn't think Sam Darnold was that good, and I take responsibility because it depends on the organization. It depends on the talent around a quarterback for them to be successful. And when he won 14 games with us, I'm like, okay, that he better than what I thought. And then he won another 14 games with the Seahawks. So Kyler Murray might be on the organization that doesn't work for him. Just like Sam Darnold, it didn't work for him with the Jets and the other franchises. And I know they're two different quarterbacks. I know Kyler, he's 5'10", 5'11". He's like a Drew Brees. He's like a short. He's like, I don't want to say short, but he's not Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he can't throw the ball, because he can't throw the ball. I don't know, man. He goes off script a lot. I think his arm is solid to really good. Depends. I just don't know about the whole Kyler Murray. I get the hype around him. I don't know about the Kyler Murray. But I heard, what is he, like a Minnesota Viking fan as a kid? I don't know. But I would rather have him than Tua, because you're not going to get Brian Flores in the building if you're going to sign Tua. If you're going to get Tua, you got to get Kyler Murray if you're going to get one of those two. But no matter what, you got to get a veteran in the building. You can't go into 2026 being like, oh, well, well, JJ McCarthy's the starter and there's no competition. That's corny. That's bogus. And they did that last year with Sam Howell. They didn't even let Sam Howell play another preseason game. They saw one preseason game and let him go. They brought in Carson Wentz last minute. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. Let me get to the comments. Lived up there, gets very bad. Yeah, upstate New York, that's a fact, bro. It snows crazy up there. Wish him the best. Yeah, like, comment. Yes, shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's time to move on from Jordan Addison. Not only did he really disappoint this year on the field, but he's now. Yo, Dylan, I've been trying to say, people be trying to make it seem like I'm hating on the young man. Ain't nobody perfect, but the iron is hot right now. You got too many teams that need a wide receiver. We got too many holes. The Vikings ain't going to pay this man. They're not going to pay this man, so you might as well get something for him. If you can get a first-round pick, a second-round pick for him, bro, I'm going for it. Either to Buffalo, the 49ers, the Chiefs, whoever. I don't care. We got too many holes. We need a center. We need a cornerback. We need a safety. We need a linebacker. We need a tackle potentially because Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw keep getting hurt. We got too many holes. And we have Justin Jefferson. We had the best wide receiver in the game. Not saying if we didn't have Justin Jefferson, keep Jordan Addison, but we have Justin Jefferson. So we can re-sign Jalen Naylor or maybe Todd Felton can come along. I don't know, but I'm willing to get rid of Jordan Addison because the iron is hot. You can get the most for him now. Even with the down season, I'm thinking we can get a first or second round pick for him. And listen, you gotta make it happen. I know he's a good wide receiver, but Noah Murray. Every quarterback that's playing turned the football over. It happens. It does happen. Sam Darnold started with my Jets. Who knew? Yeah. Wish Knicks was playing. Want the very best playing. Play. Yes, I know, Mary. That was a hurt piece when Bo Nix what he had. He fractured his ankle. That was a hurt piece. That was a hurt piece. I'm not going to sit here and lie. That was a hurt piece. Ingram said, "Come on, man. Kyler Murray, a bum." I don't want to say he's a bum. He's not my type. He's not the quarterback that I would want. Like, but I said that about Sam Darnold too, though. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think Kyler Murray is talented. He's definitely talented. If you look up his statistics, and he's very talented. I just don't know about his leadership. Like I said before, I want to have a culture in Minnesota where a player could come and be like, yeah, we want to be like that. We want to be like this. It's our way or the highway. Nobody's bigger than the team. And I don't know how Kyler Murray's personality is. So I think he's talented. If you watch his highlights, you watch his film, you look at his statistics throughout the seasons, he's been with the Cardinals. I say that respectfully. I'm not saying I definitely want him. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, he isn't old. He's only like 27, 28. He is talented. And he hasn't had a prime Justin Jefferson throwing it to Justin Jefferson. He hasn't had a Kevin O'Connell. He hasn't had a good defense like the Vikings. You mix that all together, that could be special. I'm just saying. You never know. I'm being a little bit more optimistic when it comes to some of these quarterbacks because I was very I don't want to say critical. I'll say critical for this situation. I was very critical when it came to the Sam Darnold situation. I didn't think it was, I thought that was a bogus signing. I was so wrong, and I admit that I'm wrong. I thought the Sam Darnold signing was bad. So I'm going to give veteran quarterbacks a chance, but it depends on who they are, and it depends if their mindset is right. If their mindset ain't right, I'm not trying to bring them in. They both need a strong competition. Yes, that's true. What's going on? Gary in the building, baby. Shout out to Gary. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the building. Kyler Murray can make every throw on the field. Oh, my boy said he can make every throw on the field. He's a guy that would really benefit from a change of scenery, especially if he's throwing to. Literally, I said I pretty much said what you said, bro. But my question to you, Dylan, what is his mindset? Is he a good leader? Is he mature for his age? What is he, 27, 28? He's still young. 27, 28. He's still young. So is he a good, does he have good character? That's what I'm trying to bring into the building. That's what I don't know about, because I hear that he's not a good leader. I heard that he's this and that, but he is talented. But talent doesn't mean everything. You know what I mean? But a new scenery, new coaching, never know. All right. Kevin O'Connell needs to get and also that can go. Yes, I agree, John. I agree with you. We need an offensive coordinator that can call plays. I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you. We need an offensive coordinator that can call plays, that is going to tell Kevin O'Connell, I got this. Respectfully speaking, Kevin O'Connell, I got this. I understand you want to be all up in the business. I'm going to make this call, and that's what they're going to do on the field. I agree with you, bro. I agree with everything you said just now, because Kevin O'Connell be overthinking a lot of stuff. First and foremost, when it's 3rd and 1, why are you doing a play action pass, bro, right there, when you know your offensive line is banged up? You doing a play action pass when you know your offense is banged up, 3rd and inches. It was like 3rd and inches. He's doing a play action pass. Why? Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well. I will be live depending on if I have power on Sunday for the NFC and the AFC Championship game. But that depends on if I have power, because we are going to get hit with a crazy snowstorm. Prayers to everybody, every state that's being affected. I heard it's going to be like 30 states affected by this storm. Some areas are going to have up to 2 feet of snow or close to that, 3 inches of ice. It can get bad. So I will be live if I have power. But we'll see what happens. Make sure y'all phones are all charged up. Your walkie-talkies are all charged up. Make sure you got everything charged up. Your generators, if you got a solar generator, make sure your food is good. All that. Stay warm and stay safe. All right, let's get to the comments. A 4th and everyone, I've heard that. I can't stop thinking about it. That would be such a win swap. Oh, yeah, I would do that too. I would do that. Bro, anything. I'm not trying to be mean. If you could get anything for Jordan Addison, I don't want to say anything. Sorry, y'all. I ain't saying anything, but you got to get something back that's worth it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Here we go. What's going on? Angel in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. Think we should get Mac Jones via trade. Keep Wentz as 3rd string. I don't know. Listen, I look at it like this. Mac Jones is like the safest pick. I'm hearing some rumors about Kirk Cousins, y'all. I say this respectfully to everybody that's a Kirk Cousins person, a Kirk Cousins fan. I say this respectfully. I mean this to no disrespect. But if we get Kirk Cousins, and that's our backup quarterback, I'll be disappointed. Because I look at it like this. First of all, I know what Kirk Cousins is capable of. I think he is a decent quarterback still to this day. But I want some competition in the room. I don't want it to be a guarantee that it's going to be J.J. McCarthy's job. If Mac Jones comes in, competition. Kirk Cousins got to be the backup. But what I'm nervous about with Kirk Cousins is he knows the offense so well, and he can still throw the ball. He's still Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's the prime Kirk Cousins, but him and Kevin O'Connell had a good connection when it comes to the play calling and him running the offense. What I'm nervous about when it comes to JJ McCarthy being the starter, he has one bad slip up. Viking fans don't play. I've been to the stadium. Viking fans will boo the crap out of you. I didn't think it was possible. I went to my first Viking game. I thought Viking fans were like, we just gonna let it rock. No, Viking fans ain't playing no games, bro. Listen, when I went to the Falcons game last season, Viking fans was booing the crap out of the Vikings. Listen, they was booing the crap out of them. They said, yo, this is this. They boo. I said, oh gosh, the guy that was in front of me, next to me, all that, man. They listen, Viking fans don't play, bro. But I agree. I like Mac Jones, though. But that's a safe pick. Safe. But why do you want to go after mediocre guy? Well, they said that about Sam Darnold. Remember when they said Sam Darnold was a bust? Remember when they said Sam Darnold wasn't good? So what is your opinion on Sam Darnold? Is he mediocre? Is he average? Because they said the same thing about Sam Darnold prior to Sam Darnold coming to the Vikings. I even said that Sam Darnold wasn't good, and I admit that I'm wrong, but Sam Darnold turned out to be a very good quarterback. I'm just saying, sometimes a new scenery can change your whole swag, can change your whole game. You know what I mean? On the right team, you can shine. And so what's your opinion on Sam Darnold? Because they said the same thing about Sam Darnold. And I would debate you that Kyler Murray at this point right now, right, was better than Sam Darnold. Like when it comes to reputation, Sam Darnold didn't have a good reputation prior to the Vikings. Now, of course, Sam Darnold's better than, of course, Kyler Murray right now. But I'm just saying, prior to the 2024 season, Kyler Murray was light years probably above Sam Darnold in a lot of people's eyes. Since Sam Darnold got the opportunity with the Vikings and now he's with the Seahawks about to probably winning a Super Bowl, it's different. You don't want to go big or shoot for Lamar Jackson or I would love to go for Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson won't work because Lamar Jackson, I don't think Kevin O'Connell will want him to be. I think Kevin O'Connell wants more of a he doesn't want a quarterback that goes off script so much. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. And that's the reason why I don't think Kyler Murray would work because Kyler Murray goes off script a lot. Maybe he'll fit with Pittsburgh. Yeah, that could be a chance. Yeah. Kyler Murray could go to Pittsburgh. That's a true statement. Just glad Flores will be back. Yes. 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 I just hope, I don't want to say I hope he doesn't get a head coaching job, but there's a high chance that he might come back. Please no. Mary's like, I don't want Kyler. Baltimore Ravens, we got just even to new head coach. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I'm so surprised they didn't go for Brian Flores. I'm so surprised that the Ravens didn't go for Brian Flores or somebody like that, to be honest with you. Yeah, Lamar Jackson to Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison wouldn't be bad. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that'd be nice. Vibes, we here in Minnesota area are getting lucky. Minus 25 in wind chill. Minus what the? But no snow. We lucky. Yeah, we getting all of that right now, bro. Gary, we about to get like 2 feet of snow almost. We about to get a whole bunch of ice. Certain areas are going to get 3 inches of ice. The power lines might be down in certain areas. So that's why I said, like, prayers to everybody that's going to be going through what they about to go through, like in these next 72 hours or whatever. Like, I hope that everybody got everything they needed. And we're going to get through this together. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm going to try to go live for the championship games, but at the end of the day, listen, I might not have power. We'll see what happens. Be careful for big name quarterback, but that will hurt filling much needed holes we have. Yeah. Yeah. I think Joe Burrow, man, Mary, if we get a Joe Burrow, I'd be so hype about that. But I don't think it's going to happen, Mary. I just know it's going to be. I try to tell people when the offseason starts for the Vikings, we're going to talk about a lot of Joe Burrow. We're going to talk a lot about Mac Jones. It's going to be so many until something happens until something happens, they're going to be talking about it. I already knew what it was going to be. But I get what you're saying. Like, we have so many holes, but this is my only thing. Like, I just feel like if we give up first round picks, we still got the second round picks to build our franchise up. And just because and like I said, first round picks is not a guarantee that they're going to be successful. We know that. Being Viking fans, we know that. I can name a couple of first round picks, but I'll name one. It was Laquan Treadwell, a first round pick. I think he was. Lewis Seen was a first round pick. That didn't happen. That didn't. So imagine we gave up 2 first round picks, and those are the 2 picks that we could have had Joe Burrow, and those are the 2 first round picks we gave up. Imagine that. I mean, I know it can go both ways. We have a lot of holes, but we can still build our team in the second round, the third round, the fourth round, the fifth round, the sixth round, the seventh round, through free agency as well. And if Joe Burrow was willing to come to the Vikings, I think the Vikings should go after him, but I don't think it's going to happen. My biggest thing right now is what's the plan for the Vikings? Who do they want to bring in? But they have to bring in quarterback competition. Whether they go for a big name like a Joe Burrow or whoever, you gotta bring in some competition regardless. You have to. If you don't, Viking fans should be very disappointed. And I say that because, like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but JJ McCarthy keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt. It's not his fault, but he keeps getting hurt. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm just saying. Come on, bro, with the Kyler Murray talk. You want a bull that wears sports. Well, I mean, I ain't worried about that personal stuff, though, bro. I ain't worried about none of that. Can he play? Because they were saying the same thing about Caleb Williams, right? Caleb Williams can play. Caleb Williams can play. Caleb Williams is one of the best young quarterbacks in the game, bro. You can say what you want about that young man. That man can play. I've watched a few games of Caleb Williams. Any Viking fan that hates on Caleb Williams, dude, they just hating. They just hating. You just don't like him, but he's a good player. I didn't say he was the best quarterback, but he's one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. He's one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. So I don't care about the off the field stuff. I want to see, as long as it's not breaking the law, you do what you do behind closed doors or whatever you do, that's your business. But as long as it's not breaking the law and he's productive on that football field, ain't none of my business of what that man does and what he wears and what he does. Like, none of my business. He ain't paying my bills. He ain't taking care of my family. So I ain't worrying about it. Listen, I ain't worrying about none of that. Yeah, they say here in Philly, I heard. They saying, man, it's bad, man. I'm trying to figure out about the ice too, man. So 21 inches of snow. What's up with the ice and all that, man? Raiders, Steelers, Ravens was worried about Ravens are out. Yup, true. Ravens are out. Yeah, I still think the Steelers are very, very high on the list for Brian Flores, but we'll see. Kyler Murray in a perfect world wouldn't be a good competition, or Shadir Sanders. I don't think that's going to happen either. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Browns going to keep Shadir, and then with Kyler Murray, it has to be a team-friendly deal, man. I'm not trading for that contract. I don't know, man. I don't even know what his contract looking like, but don't want Walker. Yeah, everybody better hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shout out to Break Forever for that. Kyler Murray can't play. Didn't he get benched at one point? Yeah. What did they do with Sam Darnold? He got traded because they didn't believe in him. So what? Like, you get, I get what you're saying, but you got to understand. Sometimes it's the organization. It's not just the quarterback. It's not just a certain position, a quarterback or a tight end or whatever position group that person is. Sometimes you got to go to a whole other team to be good. I'm not saying that I want Kyler Murray. I'm just giving you an example of Sam Darnold. That's a perfect example, a recent example. Even Geno Smith. Who else was a good quarterback? Baker Mayfield. I could keep going on, but mainly Sam Darnold, because Sam Darnold was on the Vikings. I'm going to talk about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold went to the Vikings and became the guy that he already was that guy, but he really unlocked the code with the Vikings. And now he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So just because Kyler was benched, just because Kyler does what he does off the field, which I could care less about, doesn't mean that he can't come to the Vikings and be good. Doesn't mean that I want Kyler Murray in the purple and gold. But I'm just saying, I learned my lesson when I said, oh, this quarterback was, and like I said, Kyler Murray, prior to that 2024 NFL season, you can say what you want about him. He is a talented quarterback, man. He's talented. Caleb Williams, yes, he did. Yup. Caleb Williams would have took Minnesota to the playoffs. Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to talk about Caleb Williams with the Vikings. He can't play for sure. USC, baby. Let's get it. I see you, Raid. Vibes. Chance. Percent chance. B-Flow. I think I give it 50-50 now. Ever since the Ravens, and shout out to Mary for shout out to Mary. Shout out to Mary, by the way. Ever since the Ravens I don't even know what their coach's name is. That took a big percentage out of, like, I was thinking he was going to be gone, right? I thought he was going to be gone. I thought he was going to go to the Ravens. We still got to think about the Steelers, but I think it's a 50-50 coin flip now. We'll see what happens. I see exactly. He said only see Pittsburgh. Yes, exactly. Will he be? I would love for him to be the assistant head coach, but how does Kevin O'Connell feel about that? Will he be okay with that? Hash Brown TV, you gotta go. You a funny person. You funny for that comment. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Gino played horrible for us this year. Yeah, this year. I'm talking about with the Seahawks. He was decent with the Seahawks, with Pete Carroll. When he was with the Seahawks, he was decent. Kyler Murray, $230 million contract. Yeah, that's crazy. And we ain't trying to get that contract, man. I'm not talking about like right now, Geno Smith. I'm talking about when he was with the Seahawks. When he was with the Seahawks, he was decent. He was decent. I'm not saying he was an all-world quarterback, but he was decent. He was considered a bust to a lot of people. Yes, hit that like button, everybody. Hit the comment, subscribe. Browns still need head coach. Browns still need head coach. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Brian Flores has some options possibly, but we'll see what happens with him. But like I said, man, I'm kind of like on the air right now when it comes to Brian Flores. I'm 50-50 when it comes to like the percentage of him coming back to the purple and gold. Again, I gotta say this again about Jordan Addison. The Minnesota Vikings are not going to keep Jordan Addison. So why not trade him and get something for him? Go get you a second-round pick. Go get you a first-round pick. That's how I look at it. Why keep him knowing you're not going to give him the bag? Knowing you're not going to give him the bag. You're not going to give him the bag. They say Kate couldn't get along with some of his team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole Kyler Murray stuff, I'm hearing a lot of people talk about him. I'm not saying I want Kyler Murray, but just keep it like I said, a new scenery could be what he needs, right? A new scenery could be what he needs right now. See, the same thing goes with this whole Sam Darnold. A new scenery. Look what Sam Darnold's doing right now. Look at what Sam Darnold is doing right now. You know what I mean? Didn't they say, I like the Seahawks. They are humming. Yeah, Seahawks look good. Much love. Shout out to Jonah. Again, prayers to everybody that's going to be going through this storm. Hopefully everybody's going to be okay. Prayers to everybody. What's wrong? Prayers to everybody. And also, you know, do the best you can and stay your behinds home if you can. Much love. Shout out to Jonas in the building. It's funny how y'all judge mediocre quarterbacks, but criticize my man, a Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. That's crazy. Well, I keep it real with you, bro. Like when it comes to right, who are we praising? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Like who I mean who oh, you said it's funny how y'all judge these men. Like, how are we judge? Like, I'm not even saying these quarterbacks are like all world. I did talk about Joe Burrow. I did talk about Joe Burrow. But I don't think that's going to happen. But if it happens, I'll be happy. But when you talk about, let's talk about when I was talking about Kyler Murray. Listen, that's not somebody I really want. I'm not going to sit here and cap. But at the same time, I was feeling the same way about Sam Darnold. I know they're two different quarterbacks. They play differently. I get it. But at the same time, I hold myself accountable for not giving it a chance, an honest chance. And I think it was the first game of the season or the second game of the season when he threw that 96-yard touchdown throw to Justin Jefferson. I said, oh my gosh. Listen, people thought Sam Darnold was a bust a couple years ago. Just keep that saying. That's all I'm saying. People thought Sam Darnold was a bust a couple of years ago, y'all. He's about to be in the Super Bowl if he can get past the Rams. I'm just saying. And for me personally, I always had a lot of respect for Jalen Hurts. They need a new offensive coordinator, though. They need a new offensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator they had last season was not good. And I'm not sure if you fired him yet, but y'all need to fire your offensive coordinator. Oh, excuse me. Kyler Murray might work out in Pittsburgh. Yep. That's true. Vikings need another good rookie quarterback to back up and learn. I don't even know if a backup. I think we need a veteran, bro, because if you get a rookie quarterback, bro, you're gonna be developing too much, man. We need someone that already knows that's a professional, like a true professional that's been there and done that. Like, I would love to have a Joe Flacco, but I kind of want to have a quarterback that can challenge JJ McCarthy for the starting job. I don't want to just have, oh, he's strictly just going to be the backup. I want someone that's young, that's talented enough, that could challenge JJ McCarthy, and this can only make him better. Because I don't think JJ McCarthy's scared of the competition. He ain't running from the smoke. He running towards the smoke. That's why I like JJ McCarthy. Know what I mean? Bring the 9 out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? JJ McCarthy, you know what I'm saying? 2026. Let's go with the Minnesota Vikings. Probably gonna be a Pro Bowl. Let's go, Bert. You know what I'm saying? But he gotta show up. He gotta play, he gotta be healthy. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, everybody. Please hit that like button. I need 4 more likes. Can I get 4 more likes? Oh my goodness, I'm asking like I'm asking. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that is in the building, rocking with your boy. We're also going to be going live for primetime games as well. So salute to everybody that's in the building. I see DFJ in the building as well. It's sunny in LA. Don't rub it in, bro. Don't rub it in. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Yo, what's up, Mike? Oh my gosh. I wouldn't want Murray on anything but a contract. Yeah, exactly. That's the only way I'm getting him. JJ isn't a rookie anymore. This is, yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. He's not a rookie, but he is kind of like, he only played 11 games in his career, though, bro. How many games did he play? 11, 10, 11 games. Yeah, 11 games, bro. He didn't even play a full season. Like, he's not literally a rookie, but he hasn't even played a full season in the NFL right now, bro. And listen, he has some moments that were really good last season, and he has some really bad moments as well. And I don't know if I don't believe that this organization can develop young quarterbacks. I've seen it already with JJ McCarthy. I don't want to bring in another developmental quarterback and have him as the backup behind JJ McCarthy because you see what they did with JJ McCarthy. They didn't even want to run the ball. They didn't want to run the ball enough. They let this man just be out there and just. I'm not saying it's all Kevin O'Connell's fault because JJ McCarthy has to make the plays as well. The offensive line is banged up, but at the end of the day, bro, the play calling was horrible. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I get what you're saying, though. Healthy offensive line. But even with the healthy, I get it. Even when the offensive line wasn't healthy, they were not the worst, in my opinion. I feel like the play calling needs to match what you have on the talent. And I keep on hearing, I understand the whole offensive line was hurt at one point. They weren't really healthy all season. But I look at the 49ers and how they had offensive linemen hurt. I look at the 49ers where they had one of the best tight ends in George Kittle hurt for the season against the Eagles, and they still beat the Eagles in Philly. I looked at the 49ers where they lost the best linebacker in Fred Warner, middle linebacker in all of football. And he's the best middle linebacker in the game right now. I don't think you can name one linebacker better than Warner, right? Now, and you lost one of the best pass rushers in Nick Bosa. How are the 49ers able to stay afloat and still win and get a game away from the NFC Championship game with all those injuries? And they lost their starting quarterback and Brock Purdy for a few games, and Mac Jones stepped in. So what I'm saying is it's up to the coach to adjust to what the injuries are on. Like, if you have a banged up offensive line, why are you trying to do too much with your play calling? Why are you trying, for example, right? If you got 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen hurt, why are you sorry, I got my nose and stuff. Why are you calling a play where Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and Jalen Naylor, they have to wait? Well, you have to wait like 3 seconds for it to develop because it's a long, drawn-out route. It's not a quick pass. By the time that route fully develops, guess who's going to get sacked? J.J. McCarthy. And that's the issue I had with Kevin O'Connell all season long. All these excuses about injuries. What about the adjustments to the injuries? Why did I see Kyle Shanahan make these adjustments with the 49ers, but Kevin O'Connell can't make these adjustments with the Vikings? Why is that? Why is that? And I would debate that they lost way more than what the Vikings lost, and they still could win. Teddy Bridgewater come back to Minnesota Vikings? Nah, ain't happening. Rams going to take trophy? That could happen. You see what he did against Dallas. Am I Wolverine fan, Jimmy? Yes, I love what he did against the Cowboys. That was a good game. I love what JJ McCarthy did. But at the same time, that's when that time frame, I forgot what week it is. That's when Kevin O'Connell finally adjusted his play calling. He waited till week 14 to adjust his play calling. That's pretty much the season, bro. McCarthy might be a third-year player. He isn't teaching anyone anything. He can't play. Oh, gosh. Dang, bro. You don't need a veteran. You need someone with speed and arm strength. I feel like someone, all right, it don't got to be a super old player, but what about, like, I'm not saying I want to get this guy, but say, for instance, hypothetically speaking, say Kyler Murray. Would Kyler Murray fit what you're talking about? Or do you want to just draft a complete rookie? Just wondering. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. JJ McCarthy gets hurt again. You got to move on whether you like it. Yes, that's what I'm thinking too, but I just want to be proactive just in case because of the piece of is, creeps the crap offensive lineman. McCarthy made it a the offensive lineman, but this is not the first time we had this problem, Jonas. We had this issue with Kirk Cousins. We had this issue with Sam Darnold. His play calling is suspect. So this is not just with this recent season. This is just the most recent. We had the same concerns with Kirk Cousins. So what's the excuse with Kirk Cousins? We had the same excuses in 2024 with Sam Darnold with his play calling. So what's the excuses? We have lost offensive linemen that year too. We also still won 14 games. But I still had questions about his play calling. For some reason, Kevin O'Connell hates to run the ball. No matter how successful it is per carry, if he's averaging 4.1 and up per carry, why are you not running the ball? Especially if you're not down. Especially if you're not down by a lot and you have a lot of time left in the game. That's what I have an issue with. I think Murray would play good for because your offensive lineman on why he gets hurt and he gets blown up. Yeah, offensive linemen are part of it, but play calling as well. And not even just play calling, offensive lineman. So injuries, okay, I give you that. Offensive line, play calling, and JJ McCarthy, because JJ McCarthy got to get rid of that dang on ball. Throw that dang on ball away, bro. He has to learn to throw the ball away. The one thing I love about young quarterback Caleb Williams, that man throw that ball away. If he gets in too much trouble, he's throwing that ball away. Let me see it before taking a snap. Why do you think the Vikings can't get over the hump? You guys have a good team. Dang. I think drafting hasn't been the best for us. We got to get a little bit better with the drafting. I'm talking about the later rounds as well. I feel like injuries last year, that's the biggest excuse that everybody's going to say. But if we was healthy, people they'll still make another excuse for this, for what happened. My whole thing is this. This is the year Kevin O'Connell's going to have to prove himself. Even with injuries. Injuries are part of the game. I didn't hear the 49ers make excuses. I didn't hear them make those excuses. But why we can't get over the hump, I think it's drafting. I think it's coaching, developing. Yeah, literally what I just said. Drafting, coaching, and developing. Developing our young talent. All right, so for instance, Ed Ingram was a second-round pick for the Vikings. Crazy drafted him. I think he went to he go to the Colts or the Texans? One of the two. And he was decent with them. How was he considered a bust with the Vikings, but he goes to another team and he looks decent / good in certain instances, especially in the run game? So why was he bad with the Vikings and he's better with other teams? Why is that? The coach, no development. McCarthy. Oh, man, literally, you're speaking my language, Mike. Holden. Yo, Mike. What's good, Holden? Our Viking fans wanting a new coach. All right. I'm one of the guys that's out of like, listen. I like Kevin O'Connell, right? But I hold him a little bit more accountable than a lot of people do. And it's because I want him to win a dang on Super Bowl. This man play calling is terrible, in my honest opinion. It's terrible. I don't like his play calling for the most part. I think it's overrated. He needs to let an offensive coordinator take over the play calling. That's just my opinion. I'm one of the Viking fans that's like, yo, I would love to get another coach. Just gonna be honest with you. I hope Kevin O'Connell proves me wrong, right? It looks good next year and wins us the Super Bowl next year. But this will be the year to get a head coach. You had John available. You had Mike Tomlin available. You had Brian Flores available. This would have been the best time to go get a head coach. And we going to miss out on all of them. I understand Kevin O'Connell has a great record in the regular season. People are making it seem like that's all you need to have is a good record in the regular season. This is just my opinion. I don't want regular season awards. I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl. Forgive me. Listen. No, I'm sorry. I'm so not sorry. Like Kevin Gates be saying. I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care about winning 14 games in a season and get booted in the first round. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. Kevin O'Connell. So I'm just saying, I feel like Kevin O'Connell, I feel like he's a little bit overrated. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. People going to disagree. It is what it is. I hope he proves me wrong, but I think he's a little bit overrated. I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't want just a regular season award. What are we trying to do? Are we just trying to win a lot of regular season games and lose in the postseason? I'd rather barely get into the postseason and win a dang on Super Bowl than win 14 games and just get destroyed. I'm not a Vikings fan, but I've been fire him all year. Yeah, facts. You have been, bro. I was just going. Yes, thank you for that. Saying he should. Minnesota Vikings until you get the quarterback, they will never win anything compared to the quarterback. They stay in the running. Yup. We gotta figure out that quarterback. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Minnesota got to find out who they got in quarterback. Yes, exactly. I agree, Aiden. Might be it might be yep. Throwing the ball away is coaching too. Ben Johnson can coach. Kevin O'Connell can he can call plays for vet quarterbacks. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I respect with like, even though he was turning the ball over late, in the playoffs or whatever, Caleb, a lot of the times he would get out of trouble just by throwing the ball away. That's a veteran move. You know how many times I've seen Tom Brady, when he gets in trouble, he just throws the ball away. Peyton Manning, he gets in trouble, he just throws the ball away. It's just nothing to them. Patrick Mahomes just throws the ball away. Like, that's what they do. When they get in too much trouble, they're like, I just throw the ball away. Forget it. I live to fight another day. That's a veteran. That's what veteran quarterbacks do. They throw the ball away. That's what I want J.J. McCarthy to do. Don't force it. Throw that ball away. Because sometimes when you force it, you might throw it to the other team. Ben Johnson and Matt always been running. They know what it takes to win the playoff games. And Kevin, yep, I got you. Regular season Super Bowl. Yeah. Right now, the Vikings are the NFC Steelers. Yeah. The difference is Tomlin didn't really have the talent behind me. Exactly. My whole thing is like, if people don't want to hear what I have to say about Kevin O'Connell, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And the results speak for themselves. If you literally look at it, right? He got a lot of wins in the regular season. But his postseason is 0-2. And when he goes against the top coaches, he gets outcoached. Even in the regular season, when he goes against the top coaches, he gets outcoached. So, but shout out to everybody in the building. I'm getting off. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, prayers to everybody that's going to be going through this storm. Have confidence in yourself that you can get through it. Believe in God, have faith, and I will be live for the game, AFC and NFC Championship game, if I had power. Or I might be able to just do one just because of the fact that we might not have power. But salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Aiden, shout out to Break Forever, shout out to Christopher Real, shout out to Holden, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Jonas, everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless and be easy. Peace out. Oh, let me give you this last here. I hear you on the Super Bowl, bro. We been waiting for 40 years, Raiders for life. But y'all got Super Bowls, though. Y'all got Super Bowls. We don't got none. We don't got none, bro. I'm trying to get there with y'all. Hey, I'm trying to get there with y'all. But I'm out, y'all. Peace out. God bless to y'all.